Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome day. So we're going to do a check-in for what's coming for the next few days. So ask Spirit, what do you need us to know or want us to know for the weekend and over the next few days, extending a little bit past the weekend. They are saying they're emphasizing throat chakra and solar plexus chakra. So confidence, feeling empowered to communicate and stand in, like having confidence and power to communicate your needs, to stand in your power and what it is you desire and what it is that you want, and stop like shying back from what it is you desire and want, and actually just vocally expressing this to people. What I'm also hearing that we're working on is safety and trust. So starting to see the differences in healthy partnerships and relationships. Any relationship, when I say relationship, I mean romantic, friendship, family, relationship, and starting to see like the differences where we can tell that there's a stable foundation or there's safety or there's things like that, and we're starting to see the patterns where we're not trusting of certain people, we're not trusting of certain situations, and that's because we know that they're not good for us. So think about somebody that you feel like you constantly are questioning things with them or can't trust them versus somebody you always feel like you can trust. And there's a reason for that, because there's something going on with that other person. And what I'm hearing is like some of you guys are choosing to ignore it or choosing not to see a pattern or a situation with them. So if there's somebody that you're not trusting, what I'm getting is some of you, they've lied to you before, or there's inconsistencies in their behaviors or their communication or whatever it is, right? And so it's like you're starting to notice that. And if you're not noticing it now, you're going to start noticing it. There's going to be a lot of awareness coming where there's unhealthy things that are going on, but there's also healthy people, healthy situations that are coming up for you to also bring awareness to areas where you are feeling trusting and you are feeling safe with people. They keep saying safe, trusty, protection. So there's a lot coming up with any areas where you're not feeling safe, where you're not feeling trusting, where you're not feeling protected, and helping you to see not only your own stuff with that, but also how you're bringing people into your life who continue to betray you or continue to make you feel unsafe in those situations. So, all right, let's see. Angels and fairies. Okay, fairies want to come out and talk first. I almost didn't grab this one and they definitely wanted me to. So let's see what messages we have for the fairies. So I'm hearing this is like this weekend through roughly Wednesday. So like whatever messages come out. Okay, so we have celebration on the bottom. Oh yeah. Okay, we got which white. Nope. Okay, they want me to read it the other way. We have a lot of purples and blues, so I'm getting third eye and throat chakra. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. We got this message a few weeks ago and I'm getting a very similar interpretation from Spirit from this. It's like there's something deep inside of you that you're not aware of or you didn't know about, or it's almost like something that you used to enjoy doing or something that you used to value that you maybe stopped because of a fear or maybe a change in your life or somebody said something to you or something like that, and you're about to discover a different part of yourself, like something within yourself that you're not even aware of that is something really positive. But I'm also getting for some of you, it's like no. It's not physical, okay? It's not an object that you lost. Some of you, it might be like a grandma's like jewelry or something like that that you're gonna find if you lost it. Just ask them and they'll help you find it. That happens to me all the time. I was cleaning my face the other day. I lost my nose ring. I was like, oh shit, I can't find it. And I said, hey, can you guys help me find this and whatever? And looked all over the bathroom like 4 times, asked them, I said, when I come home, can you guys help me find this? And I happen to put on these shoes that I don't normally wear that have grooves on the bottom, and it literally caught in the groove, so I found it. So yeah, they help you with finding things. You just have to ask them. They definitely help you. I ask my angels to help me all the time if I lose stuff and they help me. But yeah, so it feels like there might be like a ring or like some type of jewelry from their grandmother. So if you lost it, ask them for help. But for most of you, it does not feel that way. It feels more so like there's something you're going to discover within yourself, or something with another person that is going to bring some type of excitement or something within you. I don't exactly know what it is. It's going to be different for everybody. So just allow it to happen whenever it happens. Don't overthink it. We got nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go on about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only to open our hearts and minds. So yeah, I'm getting like some of you guys definitely going outside in nature a little bit more and opening yourself up. It's almost like some of you have a lot of things coming up for you to release and heal. And so it feels like you guys are the type who keeps yourself busy constantly. And it's like, I actually got this download earlier to tell you guys about, and I forgot about it, but until now, because obviously whoever needed the message is going to hear it through here. But basically what Spirit was saying to me is like people who are constantly staying busy, and they're like, but I have this to do, but I have this to do, but I have this to do. And this message came out a few days ago. Is you're intentionally staying busy because you don't want to deal with your feelings, because you don't want to deal with the emotions, the fears, the insecurities, whatever it is. And it's like you're purposely staying busy for that reason. So stop doing that. Take that time to go and reflect. You know, your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions are coming up for a reason. And the more you think about a child, when you're ignoring their emotions and feelings, what do? They repress them. And then it comes out in different ways as adults, right? It comes out in different ways in their life. It's not helpful. All it does is hurt you. It turns into medical issues. It turns into mental health issues. It turns into things that it doesn't need to turn into, you know? So it's like if you handle the situation and you release it and you actually acknowledge it, that's going to help you more than anything. So if you are uncomfortable and you're running away from your feelings, stop doing it. Okay. And then we also have, and they're saying for some of you guys to go outside and actually like reflect, or journal or things of that nature. So we have wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps toward making your dreams come true. I feel like this message has been coming out in different ways. Very like indirectly about this is like a period of planning. This is a period of what is it that like strategy. They're basically saying like, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want for my life? And how can I take even small steps, but practical steps toward making this happen? So if you have a big idea, think big. First off, damn, I just chipped my nail and I just polished these. Okay. So think big, right? Like, what is it that I want to do? Think big, big, big. This is from Spirit, not me. They're saying think bigger than you're thinking, okay? What is it that you want to do? And then write it down, or do a dream board, or write it in a journal, or whatever, you know, draw pictures, cut it out, whatever you want to do, right? Make a collage. Who gives a shit? Then what practical steps do I need to take? And so take small baby steps every day, or schedule a few days a week where you take some time out and you do practical steps. All those little steps will help you. Spirit will guide you as you're doing it. All of those steps will help you, okay? Like they want you to get over these fears, and they want you to actually work toward making things happen in your life and stop being complacent. So get it done. But they're saying you don't have to rush in to do it. You can very much do it slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race sometimes, because you don't want to get burnt out too fast and you don't want to overwhelm yourself either. Okay, so what do we need to know? So they're saying today through next Wednesday, for like the next 5 days. All right, what do you need us to know? Wow, we got celebration again, and the celebration card was on the bottom before, so I don't know what's coming in for you guys. There is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now. There is a lot of changes. There's a lot of shifting. I've been talking about this for a few days. For people who are not feeling their emotions, a lot of emotions are coming out. For people who are pretty used to their emotions, they're probably feeling pretty numb. I actually cried a little bit ago. I was excited, and then I went back to the numb energy, and I'm like, this sucks. Like, I love feeling things. Like, I love feeling deep emotions, even if they're like upsetting. I'd rather feel them than feel nothing. So yeah, but there is definitely a lot of changes and things coming up. There's a lot of things being triggered right now for healing. I'm just hearing like a lot of it's involving other people and other situations. So We shall understand why soon. Okay, we have crown chakra on the bottom. They actually have me pull out 10 cards. So, okay, they want me to do it like this. We got a lot of major arcana cards too. So we got truth and intuition. Yeah, there's something that you're going to start seeing. If you notice, I'm going to show you the cards again. Oof, I just started getting so dizzy. Okay. If you notice the cards, this is where you're looking out for answers, right? But this is also balancing. This also is like a Libra sign too, I believe, as well. Also karmic scales, justice, things like that. But look, if you notice, this is also like an open door. And they're very similar looking cards, like where she's looking out to the universe and she's looking out to the universe. So what I'm getting is a lot of people are working on coming into more of their feminine energy and learning how to trust their intuition. And this goes back to the message they gave me earlier, which is there's going to be people and situations coming up to help you see areas like you're not seeing, especially around safety and trust, right? So again, where you're starting to realize like intuitively, who feels safe. And that is why you're like, oh, I'm surprised I open up to them. I'm surprised that I trust them. I'm not overthinking. I'm not over questioning with this person. Wait, why do I do it with this person? And it's because intuitively, you know who you can trust. And these people maybe are more consistent. You can just tell that they're honest. You can tell like their vibration is an energetic match for your vibration, things of that nature. So there's things that are coming up to help you actually see these. But there's also they're still saying we still have a lot of illusions in front of us right now, and there's still the veil. So they're saying like we're still in that period of the transition, we're still in the period of the void where we're not going to see everything clearly right now. And they're saying you're going to have like little chunks of information over the next few days that's going to come up to help you understand things a little bit better, but you're still not going to have full clarity over the next week for most of you. And that's intentional because a lot has to do with you also trusting in yourself, your intuition, and the divine. But I'm getting that there's a lot of balancing coming, and a lot of people are balancing and coming into their more feminine and intuitive side, and they're balancing it out. We're in a very fast-paced world a lot of times where it's rush, 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 let's go, go, go. And so what happens is we get into our masculine energy where it's planning, taking action, and things like that. And we kind of forget about our intuition. We kind of forget about dropping into the feminine energy and nurturing and loving and all that stuff. Because what is everybody's excuse, right? But I don't have time, but I don't have time, but I don't have time. And it's because you're not really honoring your feelings. You're not really honoring yourself. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I'm just getting so many people are trying to blind themselves to their emotions and feelings. A lot in the collective. So it's not just, the people watching this. Collectively, a lot of people just feel like they can handle it. They just feel like they cannot handle their emotions and things coming up. So this is like a huge collective shift, they're saying. So especially if you're sensitive to energy, watch for that. And I've had a few people who message about the clairsentient thing. So I'm working on that. The thing to help people like clairsentients to understand their gifts and help them with working with it. I think I might just honestly start doing it individual, do individual readings for that, because I feel like it's going to be more helpful if I do it that way and I channel directly how to help you specifically, since everybody's abilities are a little bit different. So if you're interested and you want a reading, we can just do it the same price as the psychic reading. So if you're interested, just shoot me a message if you want help with your spiritual gifts, like the clair gifts and stuff. Specifically, I want to help clairsentience because there's a lot of people coming into the clairsentient energies and their abilities and feeling all the energies and stuff. And it definitely can be very, very overwhelming. So yeah, anyway, okay, let me get back to this. We got heart chakra and base chakra. What I want to explain to you guys and what I love about this, one, they're on top of each other, but right next to this, which is root chakra, firm foundation, which is what these two cards are exactly about, right? We keep getting this message about heart. It's like, what am I comfortable with? Do I feel safe with? What do I know versus what does my heart say? Right? We keep getting this heart over, head over heart, but it's more so like, where do I feel safe and comfortable even when it's not healthy, over what is it that I know? And so Spirit is saying, you guys are learning how to feel safe within your heart center, to feel safe also with trusting your intuition, with not needing an understanding or an answer to everything. They're saying a lot of you are still working through this and it's a struggle, is not needing to know the answers, feeling safe in the unknown, feeling safe in it's like, I'll give you an example so I can say it, what they're talking about. It's like people who need to know everything up front. Yours truly is like this. So when I'm speaking, from experience, personal feelings also, is like, so for me, it's like me understanding somebody, getting to know why they are the way they are and things of that nature always helps me feel more safe, like understanding who they are, because it's almost like I can predict their behaviors, which a lot of times I can if I know why people are the way they are, like psychology wise, right? So for the example for me, this is like me learning how to trust my intuition. Do I feel safe with this person? Does this person feel okay not needing to know everything? I love how I get messages for myself as I'm doing readings. Makes total sense. Thank you. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, because I met somebody and literally I'm going through that where I'm like, oh, I have no idea why they are the way they are. It makes no sense. And I'm like, and surprisingly, I trust them. So yeah, trusting the intuition with that. There you go. Perfect example of what they're talking about. Trusting your intuition with that. So it's the same thing. It's like trusting your intuition and coming from your heart, putting your walls down around your heart, coming from heart center and doing things that are the best for you and feeling safe with doing them. So any areas where you're struggling, where you feel an imbalance of safety, where you're feeling in an insecurity in a situation or with a person, this is dropping into your heart center and your intuition. And what is it that I know? What is it that I feel? And trusting in that you don't need outside validation. You don't need understanding, circumstances, anything like that to really actually know the truth. If you drop into your intuition, your heart, you're already going to know this. Like you'll already know this, okay? I feel like somebody just got like anxious when I said that. Okay, they're having me separate this. So we're doing it like this. Okay, rejoice in celebration, stand your ground, sacral chakra. Spirit wants you to be at this place. A lot of you are not in this space right now. Spirit wants you to be in this place where you're celebrating life, like where you're having that loving family, the friends. Let me clear these up and move these over because we're done with those cards already. It's like they want you to, it's like they want you to be happy is what I'm getting. I know that's not traditionally what this card means, but it's like they want you to be happy. And it's like a lot of you guys are not really in a place of being grateful for the people and situations you do have in your life. It's more so like a lot of you guys are in lack mentality or this fear mentality or overthinking or worrying rather than just allowing things to flow in for you and trusting in the universe and understanding that it is all happening for your highest good, even if it doesn't feel that way, and having that trust. But it feels like a lot of you guys are struggling, and Spirit's like, we want you to connect with your friends. We want you to connect with your family. We want you to have more fun. And they're trying to help you right now. They're trying to bring in people and situations for you that's going to help you. But they're saying don't push them away. Like when they're offering this to you, don't push them away. There's a lot about planning. They're saying they want you to start planning things that you want for your life, and they want you to stand up for yourself. So there's going to be something where there's going to be some type of download coming in for you guys soon over the next few weeks. That's going to be something that you really will have that desire for. It almost feels like the lost and found card they were saying before, where it's going to be something that really like lights your fire up, something very passionate, something that you're going to enjoy. Some of you, it has something to possibly do with sexual energy. That's that from them. I mean, sacral has to do with your sexual energy, but it feels like some of you guys, your sexual energy has been blocked lately, and your passion and your like sacral's been blocked, like your motivation and things like that's been blocked. But it feels by Spirit that's actually very intentionally blocked. It's not something you're doing wrong. It's like they're blocking it because they need you to focus on other things right now. They don't want you to focus on those areas. And part of that is exactly what I said to you in the very beginning, is standing up for yourself, standing in your power. We literally got that card, stand your ground. And I said, what I said, throat chakra and solar plexus chakra, and standing in your power and your truth and what it is you desire. And look at the two cards on top of each other, solar plexus and stand your ground. Okay, so this is just validating the message I said earlier for anybody who is questioning that, who's like, I'm not sure if that's for me. It probably is for you. But this is you really like taking charge of your life. You really doing things that are for your highest good and things that bring you happiness. Like, stop doing things that are not making you happy. Stop doing things for money. Stop doing things for other people. What is it that you desire? What is it that makes you happy? If you doing that steps on somebody else's toes, that's a fucking problem. And that's from spirit. They're saying, like, that's a problem. Like, if you're in a relationship, it almost feels like somebody who's in a relationship where they're bettering their life, they're taking care of themselves, they're doing things that are for their highest good. And it's like their partner is scared. Their partner is like, oh shit. Like, are they gonna want to be with me, or are they gonna, whatever? And it's almost like your partner's ego is like going fucking crazy. And it's like they're trying to bring you down. And spirit's like, fuck that. Like, stand your ground. Like, you know your worth. You know you're deserving. And if somebody's trying to bring you down, maybe it's time to exit your life, or maybe it's time to set really better, like really, really good boundaries, if that's even possible, or move on. I mean, honestly. So yeah, this is going to help you with having a solid foundation in your life. Like, this is going to help you. And they're bringing up the heart chakra card and the root chakra card, that all of these choices that you're making are bringing you to a solid foundation. And it feels like there's been a lot of changes going on. There's a lot of triggers going on. Even over the last year, there's been so much, right? All of those changes are literally giving you a solid foundation for that manifestation to come in. And it's like, without that solid foundation, without all those tools, that manifestation is going to fall apart. It's not going to be that sturdy structure that you need. So it's like, these are all of, basically, the analogy they're giving me is you're rebuilding that house. We talked about that a few days ago when I did the reading. It's like you're rebuilding that house. So it's like every lesson you're learning, everything you're going through is just adding to that structure and building it up. And eventually you're going to be done building it, and you're going to be able to actually enjoy it. But a lot of you guys still are not standing in your power. A lot of you guys are still not feeling confident in your decision making or your intuition and stuff like that. So there's going to be a choice that comes in for you guys where you're going to have to choose myself or somebody else, or myself or fear. And it's like they want you to be confident when this decision comes in. For a lot of you, it's going to be a new beginning. A lot of you, it's going to be a new beginning in some type of situation. It just, new beginning is all they're saying. I'm not really getting the marriage stuff, and even the abundance I'm not getting. They just keep saying new beginnings. So there's going to be some type of opportunity that comes in for you. It can be romantic, it can be financial, it can be like a new house, it could be, whatever you're desiring and whatever is going to be good for you. Spirit's going to bring it in. They're saying there's still more things that need to close out and heal, though. There's still more things that need to change before that foundation can really come in. There's still some nuts and bolts that need to be tightened. So yeah, but just trust. Look at where you were a year ago. Look at how far you've come. Look at how you're able to handle certain situations, energies, feelings, emotions that are coming up that maybe you weren't able to before. All of those? Okay. Yeah, we're getting a lot of the same cards, the same messages. Courage. So we got love on the bottom. I feel like a lot of love stuff's been coming up lately. A lot of relationship stuff's been coming up lately. But we got hole in the soul and self-love. I'll read you the cards as I go, because I guess we're doing it in pairs again. It feels like a lot of you guys are releasing people that aren't good for you, situations that aren't good for you. There's going to be a lot of closure and a lot of endings coming, and you're going to come into this, or this is what Spirit's wanting you to do, is come into the power of self-love, come into a place of standing up for yourself, loving yourself, taking care of yourself. And it shouldn't be as hard as you're making it. Like, choosing yourself should not be as hard as you're making it. And there's situations and scenarios that are coming up to help you realize where you're not putting yourself first. And I had a conversation with somebody the other night, and we were talking about violence. Like, if somebody, did something to me, like, how would I handle it? I was like, I would probably just think, what's wrong with this person, and try to help them. But then it was like, when it came to, we were talking about well, what if it happened to somebody you love? How would you handle it? I'm like, oh, I would boss the fuck up and whatever. And then I was like, actually, that's kind of sad that I would feel better and more safe taking care of other people and getting into that protector mode than I am with myself. And so it actually made me realize that, like, why would I not do the same for myself? Like, why would I not protect myself in the same way? And it's interesting because when it comes to somebody else, like, I always have that confidence and that courage to be able to advocate and stand up for other people and fight. But when it comes to myself, I don't have that same, reaction. So that definitely came up for me the other day. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So I don't stand in my power when it comes to my own safety and I shouldn't say my own needs. When it comes to situations, if they were to come up, my deep inner dialogue is not, that's aligned with full self-love. It's more aligned with being a protector than anything. So that was definitely a good realization for me. And I realized, oh, wow, okay, so maybe that's something that I need to work through and work on. And, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I definitely do a lot of things that are self-love related, but some of those wounds are really deep. Some of those feelings and energies are really deep, and some of them do come over from past lives. Some of them are traumas from this life or being re-traumatized from the past life to this life to help us actually clearing it and healing it. But it feels like a lot of you guys are going to be working through that and seeing the areas where you weren't standing in your power, where you weren't standing in self-love, and it feels like a lot of you guys are going to be going through grieving, and you're also be grieving some of the situations where you chose other people and reflecting on, why would I do that instead of taking care of myself? But what Spirit wants you to not do is feel shame or guilt for it, and they want you to give yourself love in those moments that you needed back then. A lot of you guys are working on healing the inner child. A lot of you guys are rising above. Like, even though it maybe feels like you're not doing better, or it feels like you're more emotional, you're more sad, you're more depressed, whatever, like, you're not. You're actually rising. It might not feel that way, but you are. Think about like, no, horrible analogy. Never mind. I'm not going to say that one. You know what? Let's not do an analogy. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like you are growing, you are healing, and there's a lot of inner child work that's being done, and it feels like it's not fully like super active, like where you're going to necessarily be aware that's what's going on. But again, there's things that are coming up to trigger these areas for healing. So we have unleash your creativity and temptation. And I actually love that this came out with the sacral chakra. That's what I'm telling you. And the lost and found. These kind of all are very similar, where it's like there is something that has to do with the sacral chakra. So your passions, your creativity, and your motivation and stuff like that. And there's going to be something that's coming in for you having to do with this. Again, we got this with the lost and found card too. There's going to be something that's coming in for you guys with this soon. Some of you, it could be a relationship, but what I'm hearing from Spirit is don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. Like, some of you might be tested. I get like anxiety saying that for some of y'all. Some of you might be tested, and it's like, am I going to choose the old way of being, or am I going to choose a new way? Am I going to go do things impulsively and react out of emotion, or am I going to sit in this discomfort and actually process it? Okay, they want me to tell you something. So like, one of the things I realized with myself is if I express certain emotions, like if I'm angry at somebody or irritated, or I say something where somebody gets mad at me, one of the things I realize after I'm done talking to that person is, oh my God, now they're gonna be mad at me. They're not gonna wanna talk to me, all these things. And so normally my response is, oh, let me go message them. Let me go check. Let me go make sure they're not actually still mad at me and all these things. And so I caught myself doing that a few days ago, and I actually started deep breathing. I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's not healthy. And I was like, I'm going to sit in this discomfort, and I started deep breathing. It obviously worked out. Like, I'm still friends with them, but like, I had to sit in that discomfort. And that's the whole thing. Like, Spirit's saying is don't impulsively react out of emotion. Like, recognize what this is, recognize where this is coming from, and breathe through it. And that's the whole thing, like, they want you to do. But there's definitely some type of integration coming in. And I told you they brought up sex earlier, and we got sexual arts right here. There's definitely something with this, with the impulsivity too, they're saying. Hold on. No. Okay. Some of you guys are integrating energies right now. I love that. A beautiful big white crane just flew by. Some of you guys are integrating energies right now, and there's going to be something that happens that brings forward something. I'm getting leap of faith with this card, even though it says courage. I'm getting a leap of faith. There's going to be some type of change. I'm going to show you the cards, and if this is a message for you, you're going to know what it means. I don't need to say it. They don't really want me to fully say it. for whatever reason, but there's definitely some type of energy being integrated. So if this message is for you, you're going to know it. And some type of leap of faith is going to come forward with yourself or somebody else, involving somebody else. Hi. Hey, Angel. We are going to do angel answers. Oof. Hi. Right. Wow, that was very loud. All right, let's do one more. Okay, we got same messages. Listen to your intuition. We got trust. It's up to you, and recovery. We've been talking about this, right? Safety and trust, pretty much I feel like the whole thing. This is you trusting in yourself and the divine. This is you working on it. And Spirit is saying that this is your choice. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose yourself, or are you going to choose old ways of being? Are you going to trust? They're saying, are you going to start trusting your intuition, and are you going to start trusting that we're giving you messages, we're giving you signs, the things that we're giving you? Are you going to start believing them, or are you going to keep ignoring them? It feels like some of you guys just aren't trusting it because of divine timing or something, but they're also saying this is up to you to change your life. This is up to you to make these choices. We can send you the triggers. We can put, the people in front of you. We can give you the messages. We can, do all these things for you, but it's up to you whether you're going to accept it, whether you're going to work on it, and whether you're going to do it. I'm also getting a lot of you guys are integrating energy right now. I've been doing it too, actually, for a while now, but it's been pretty strong the last few days especially. But yeah, there's a lot of energy integration. So just make sure you're listening to your body and taking care of yourself. Eat whatever you feel like eating. Drink, lots of water. Take care of yourself. If you feel like you need to rest. If you feel like you need to move. Whatever it is, do it for you. Everybody is going to feel different. You might be having different like energy centers and things being triggered in your body for healing. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, because they're saying there's a lot of changes shifting right now. Like a lot of shifts going on right now. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're just getting a lot of the same messages. Can you get 2 more? No. I feel like none of them are coming out. I guess we don't. There we go. Channel your inner child and channel your inner child. Go and do something fun you enjoy doing as a child. So yeah, what did I say about the celebration card? And we also got the inner child card, like having more fun, allowing yourself to hang out with your friends and do things that are good for you. Positive changes are coming your way. Stop staying up so late. Make it a point to go to bed a little earlier. You need more sleep. That's why I was laughing, because I've been staying up way too late, like every night. You're amazing and perfect the way you are. Start believing and knowing it too. Amen. Are you needing to change things in your life that make you unhappy? Write a list of changes you want to make and start taking charge. And this is exactly the message we've been getting about making changes, planning, action. Release your stress, relax your shoulders, shake your body, and wiggle. Things are okay. Remind yourself that everything happens for a reason, which is true. All right. I'm going to pull one more for the affirmation card, and then I am done. And yeah. Wow, I guess we are getting 3. They just flew out. But if you guys do want a private reading, send me a message. All of my prices and information is on Facebook and Instagram, Guys Spiritual Healing. So, okay, we got I am open. Vulnerability is my strength, not my weakness. My openness attracts those who are beneficial to my highest good. When I lean into my feelings, I am honoring my truth. When I communicate my feelings in a loving way, I am speaking with my truth. I am open. Okay. If you guys want to screenshot that message, and yeah, I feel like that's literally what we've been talking about. And I can say this to you guys, like I've actually been working on this over the last few weeks, I feel like more than ever, about being vulnerable and being open and stuff like that. And I can 100% tell you that whenever I'm in my state of vulnerability, or I'm in my state of putting my walls down and actually just allowing things to flow, I have people flowing in who are definitely like way different than people from my past, and just totally different shifts in relationships with people. So I can definitely attest that this is really true. And when you come from a place of empowerment, and you come from a place of sharing your feelings, which I've always had a difficult time doing, because in my past, like I've had parents who got mad at me, or I've had partners who got mad at me for sharing them and expressing them. Now when I do it, I actually realize that a lot of times when I'm talking to the other person, they appreciate that I'm doing it. They're not mad at me for expressing myself. They're grateful that I'm being open with them and sharing those feelings. So yeah. I am compassionate. I understand how important it is to have compassion, and not just for others, but for myself as well. I forgive myself for the times I've let myself down. I don't know who needed this message, but this is the message they said earlier when we were talking about the hole in the soul, and it's don't be hard on yourself at all and give yourself the love that you needed. I forgive myself for the times I may have let myself down. I forgive others for the same. I realize that, like me, everyone is doing the best they know with the tools they have. I'm compassionate. So if you want to screenshot that. And our final message, and I looked up and saw 17, and this is a 17 card. I am healthy. I honor my body and am grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat, and I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy, and that goes with that message about the recovery card. So guys, come on. We're getting the same exact messages, so make sure you're listening to them, because I know that shit's for you guys, and it's like, I'm not sure, and I just accidentally clicked on this. I just accidentally saw this, and it says I am safe. So definitely so much shit with safety and trust coming up right now for like most people. I feel like collectively it's coming up. So anyway, I hope that this message helps you guys, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day. And I am going to start doing more TikToks. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, Gaia Spiritual Healing, I think I'm going to do a TikTok today, and I might do the different element signs. So go watch it if you have TikTok. Okay. All right. Have an awesome day. So much love and light, guys.